it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast. This time with another edition of the classics, and a little bit of a different version, and Jack Kirby's The Fourth World. Now, this is a collection of Jack Kirby's work when he went to DC in 1970 to start his own brand of fantasy sci-fi series set in the DC universe that started off with Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen comic, and later with his own creations, The New Gods, The Forever People, and Mr. Miracle. All in all, this is actually, artistically, this is one of Kirby's best stuff. I mean, this is where he invented Darkseid and Orion and Mr. Miracle and all these other great inventions and so forth that have remained in the DC stables to this day. I mean, Darkseid alone is arguably DC's number one villain. It's almost their Doctor Doom Thanos equivalent over at Marvel and so forth. But I like to use this as honestly proof that, yes, Stan Lee was a big creator behind Marvel and when he worked with Jack Kirby, because Kirby's writing and dialogue leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, it was a point where one DC executive infamously stated that, I would like to see the Jack Kirby's Fourth World re-released in English. And that's pretty much true. I mean, you start to realize, Kirby and also Steve Ditko, when he left to do his own, The Question and so forth, Stan Lee's writing was a big part of why those books were so good, why Spider-Man's, the Avengers, and Fantastic Four and everything worked, because you had Stan Lee's writing matched with their art, and Jack Kirby's art, granted, is no exception. I mean, this art is absolutely gorgeous. It's Kirby off the chain, pretty much beautiful depictions of the apocalypse and New Genesis, great action scenes. This looks beautiful through and through. The only downside, unfortunately, this is when Vinnie Coletta, in the first collection at least, was doing the inking, and he got real bad about just erasing whole details and ruining a lot of the great artwork, which is just a sin when you do it to Jack Kirby. They had a great collection. They worked rather on the previous store run back at Marvel in the 1960s, but here Vinnie Coletta just went a step too far, and it's too bad because, otherwise this is a great classic series, and it is kind of a push at the definition of what a classic really is, because I can say as an actual book, it's not as it's got some flaws. Like I said, the writing, you realize, Jack Kirby needed Stan Lee to help write this stuff. But the art was second to none, and of course the characters. This is a legacy that lives on forever. So yes, if you have a chance to pick up any of the collections of Jack Kirby's The Fourth World Omnibus, which I have Volume 1, please check them out. They are true classics, more history since the word as overall quality, but still they're great reads regardless. So yes, check them out. Jack Kirby's The Fourth World. It's February 25th, 2021. Time for the favorite comic of the week. Dark Detective number 4 by Mariko Tamaki and Dan Mora, which continues the near-future story that finds Bruce Wayne, without his resources, fighting as Batman against the Magistrate who has taken over a futuristic Gotham, and also a great backup story with the Red Hood who finds him on the wrong side of the law as well. All in all, these future state event stories, which have been telling different alternate takes in the now giant omniverse, the DC universe, have been pretty great so far, and this series is no deception. I mean, Batman Bruce Wayne is probably one of the best he's ever been, as he tries to desperately help the people of Gotham, while also showing that even without a lot of his resources, he's still the most dangerous man alive, and he really takes it to him. And of course, the art by Dan Mora is gorgeous, there's a great, almost Blade Runner, Tech Noir Akira feel to it, which is awesome. I mean, Batman in a setting like that is gorgeous, and the Red Hood backup story is really good too. Has a similar thing, down to the fact that Red Hood kind of drives Akira's motorbike, which is really cool. When he's wearing his Akira with his Red Hood outfit with that bike, it's just an awesome looking fun book in general. So yeah, it's books like these that kind of make you go, I kind of wish Future State was more of a permanent thing. But overall, it's been a fun jaunt for DC. Very interesting, showing how big what this new omniverse is going to be and all the different stories they can tell. And I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see more of it. But yeah. And also, I'll throw in that I did get a chance to watch the Superman and Lois premiere on the CW app the following day. It premiered on February 23rd, this last Tuesday on the CW. And I watch on the CW app because I've ditched terrestrial entertainment. I go straight with streaming and podcasting, and I'm all the better for it. And I love it. And you can watch on the CW app for free on any streaming platform you can find with ads. But hey, it's free, so that's the price you pay for being able to watch it for free. But the show was great. I mean, Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch are great as Superman and Lois Lane. Of course, we all fell in love with them back in that Crisis of Infinite Earth CW Arrowverse crossover, and they were fantastic. And this is a cool show that shows them now married with teenage sons, and a big event sends them back to Smallville, and it goes from there. And it's a nice balance between the superhero storytelling with some nice family drama, because honestly, Superman, he's never been more relatable, because he's Superman, but he's a dad. He has problem relating to his kids, and him having to fly off and put strain in the marriage. So great dynamics like that. That's how you make Superman relatable, is the fact that he's at the end of the day, he's just a normal guy who just happens to have the powers of a god. That's what makes it such a great watch. So I've always enjoyed the CW Arrowverse shows. I honestly think they're in many ways better than the DCEU shows, because I think they have better reference to the source material and really good actors and writing. And that's the real secret. It doesn't matter how you have $100 million. Give me good actors and reference to the source material with nice writing to go with it, then that'll eclipse some Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad any day of the week. But that's my few little recommendations for this week. So when you can, go out and enjoy yourself a good comic book. And if you can, go out and enjoy yourself Jack Kirby's The New Gods, because that is a true classic.